Okay, so I'm going to show you what comes in a Color Street set and how to apply it. So this is our Lisbon Nights. It's a beautiful blue and silver. And before I get started, a quick disclaimer. My nails, I am a country mama and they are all beat up, and I also had acrylics on. I just took acrylics off, so they are pretty damaged by the acrylics and a little bit stained from the acrylics. I had an event that I wanted to wear longer nails to, and I usually have even shorter nails than this, so this is pretty good for me. But my dogs did snag that one, and so that's a casualty nail there. But that's why my nails look so beat up right now, and they're actually pretty long for me. So usually I have much shorter nails because I'm just always into projects and things that are beating my nails up. But that's why they look so bad right now. But it is a cool thing to know that you can put Color Street on over acrylics. They apply just like normal, no problem. You just apply acrylics first and then apply the Color Street right over top. You could probably even take the Color Street off and apply another one before taking the acrylics off. That might be a little bit tricky. I haven't actually tried that, but for sure you can wear Color Street over acrylics. And I even have a strengthener type coat on right now, and you can wear Color Street over most strengtheners as well. So that is a real plus to me. Color Street is 100% nail polish, so if you just think of it that way, like if it's something that nail polish can go over top, Color Street should be able to go over top of it. So this is our packaging. You're going to want to tear off this here first and open it up. And inside each Color Street set is a nail file, a nail prep pad, and the set. So we're going to open up this guy. Now the nail prep pads are alcohol wipes. And depending on your nail chemistry, my nails tend to be pretty dry on their own, so I don't usually use this unless maybe I'm in the car or something where I feel like my nails might not be perfectly clean and I want to wipe them before I apply, then I will. But this step is optional. If you have oily nails or you're out and about, this is perfect for that. If you tend to have fairly dry nails, you can try them and see how it works, but you might find that you don't want the alcohol wipe because it does dry your nails out just like any alcohol, anything does. So I don't always do that step, and it's totally optional. Now the set itself, you can see there is eight different sizes, and I don't know if you can see that in the camera or not, but there's actually 2 strips of 8. So there's actually 16 pieces in this set, in all of our sets. Our Clear as Day comes with 2 of these packages, and our French sets come with 8, with 16 strips as well. But it's a little bit different process, and I can show you that in a separate video. But this is how most of our sets come if they're not French. And there are actually 16 pieces in here because there are 2 of these strips of 8. I'm going to open that for you. You can also tear it here if you don't want to cut it. I usually just cut it to make it easier. There's a tear tab there. So these are our nail strips. Let's see how pretty those are. So this is how they come. So you have 2 strips of 8, so that's a total of 16 pieces. And if you're like me and you have fairly short nails, and even some of mine aren't that crazy short right now, but I can still do this, you can cut these in half. And you can get 2 nails out of 1 piece. So that makes a total of 32 nails that you can get out of 1 set. So easily 3 manicures and some accent nails. So I'm going to pick which sizes fit my nail. We're going to go with this one. It's a little bit big, but I want to show you how you can use a bigger piece and trim it down. That will be for my pointer finger. This one will be for my middle finger. And this one will be for the next finger. And this one will fit my pinky. And you don't have to be worried if it's a little bit too big doesn't quite fit your nail right, I will show you in a minute how you can trim those down. And I'm going to pick the bigger one on purpose so I can show you how to trim it down for my thumb. So you can see 5 pieces will do both hands. And so I have all these pieces left over. And what I will do is put these back in the packaging. And I will often tear this in half so it fits easier. You can see that was kind of hard for me to stick it in there. So I'm just going to put all these extra pieces back in the packaging. Now Color Street cannot guarantee strips that they have not sealed themselves. They can't guarantee work that they don't do themselves. But most girls will put their extra strips back in a package and seal it up. They can reseal this by heating it up with either like a straight iron or a clothes iron. And this is special plastic. It won't melt all over your iron or make a mess. It just melts back into itself. So you can definitely do that. Again, it's not guaranteed by corporate, but since Color Street is 100% nail polish, it will dry out if it's not resealed, just like a nail polish bottle would dry out if you don't put the lid back on. So these will dry out if you don't reseal them. If they do dry out, you can often use like a hot hair dryer and revive them, but it doesn't always work the best. So I definitely recommend resealing this end if you would like to try to save your sets, your extra pieces. Again, it's not a guarantee that you can, but most girls do. So that's the extras I'm going to set aside. And I usually start with my pointer or my pinky. I usually work this way or this way, but I wait on my thumbs for last because the thumbs are the tools to apply your nails to cut off the ends, and I will show you that here in a second. So I'm going to start with my pinky. Let's just work that way. So you want to peel off this purple tab. It's just a plastic coating, protective coating. And since my nails are short, I can cut them in half. So this will be used for one pinky and this will be used for the other pinky on the other hand. Then the Color Street strip just peels off of this paper backing, and you can apply right onto your nail. And the cool thing is with Color Street, if you get off-centered or you don't feel like it's applied quite the right place, usually you can just peel it right back up and readjust where you want it to go. So you can cut off this edge with your thumb, or you can use a file. And that is one nail completely done. And let's see if this is one. Yeah. Peel off the plastic, cut in half, save that one for the next hand, and apply. And this one can show you, see how that's a little bit too big? You can just use your thumb down in the crease and just break it off if it's too big. Super simple. So you don't have to worry about getting like the perfect size when you're picking them out, because you can always trim it off later if it's too big. And Color Street works really great for domed nails as well. My nails are not super domed, but my sister's is, and it works so well for her. She had a hard time with other products, but Color Street works really well because it's so flexible. So even if you have dome nails, these should work really well for you. Normally I would probably use a glass nail file because it works better for your nails. It just depends. Sometimes I take the time to use a glass and sometimes I don't. Some people really swear by the glass nail files. I haven't noticed that big a difference, but I know a lot of girls really like them. So this is my little stubby pointer finger, and I'm going to show you how it is This piece is way too big. I'm going to show you again how to cut it. So that's, you can see that's like way too big. So you can just use your thumbnail down in there and crease it. And fit it right exactly to your nail. So you can see that in the Color Street set, you pretty much have everything that you need to apply your nails. I do have the scissors along because I cut mine in half. So I usually can grab a set and a pair of scissors and head out the door. But if you're not cutting them in half, then you really don't need anything other than what comes in the set. So you can literally just grab a set and head out the door. If you want to do them on the go. I often do mine on the go, like on the way to church or on the way to a wedding or something. So Josh driving, of course. So this is the other piece that I said I chose specifically big. That way I could show you. I also want to show you how you can use part of my arm there in your video. You can use a cuticle wood stick, and I should have gotten one that's a little sharper, to crease it as well if you don't want to use your thumb, or this works better for you. This is probably a little more precise than the thumb. You can always use that. You want to file straight down and not back and forth. You want to just go straight down or to the side if you're going like that corner. Okay, and that's a full hand done there.